What's up, y'all? Derek Johnson here, also known as Rattletrap 1776. So I'm going to do a quick rundown for you. So, President Trump put out a ball cap last year, April 2023, 45-47. Not 45, 47. Not 45 and 47. 45-47. The dash means continuous. It means through. I'm 45, 46, and 47. Now, what you've been witnessing is a World War II history repeat. Slightly different because it's a different kind of war, different kind of visual. All right. But it's a World War II history repeat, government in exile, and also a puppet state. Because Joe Biden is not real. He's an actor. Nowhere remotely close to president. Now, I know all the questions. I've heard them all. Heard them. About why would it look this way and why would this and why would that. You just got to flip your script. All right. Most of you chanted what? You chanted, drain that swamp, drain that swamp. Well, why'd you chant that if you didn't want that to happen? So they found a way to drain the swamp without being the dictator. They made the swamp drain itself by unique laws and orders put in place. So there's unique laws and orders currently and public that are invoked that make President Donald John Trump a wartime president, a wartime commander, a supreme commander. And so you have a military occupation, you have a continuity of operations, continuity of government, and also government in exile. It's a special operation. It's basically a sting operation. All right, with all different kinds of warfare that are implied. Guerrilla warfare, asymmetrical warfare, subterranean warfare, unconventional warfare, irregular warfare. And it's all found in laws and orders. All right, so there's certain laws and orders in place. But the biggest nugget was the one last week. And this is the one that can actually make everybody go, oh, wow, this is amazing. This is an amazing operation. Especially if you've been following laws and orders, and especially if you've been following me. But if you haven't, it should be the one that goes, wow, I got to check more into this. All right, now, I'm the one that can run it down 1, 2, 3, 4 hours, all in one package from start to present day. Just like that. That's why they call me Rattletrap, because I can rattle. But last week, I was digging around on Google, and it was around page 5 or 6, which means it's not searched a whole lot. It means most people, not even most, it means no one hardly knew it was there. If it's way back here on page 5 or 6 of Google. All right, it don't have a title on it. It's got a long number sequence and then an underscore and a few letters. I found the key chess piece, right? And so you have to do a little history to know that laws and orders have been in place for years. They just haven't been enforced, right? So that's why you have a guy in the dash who's the enforcer, all right? Because you only need one law and one person to enforce it. You don't need 40, 50 laws for one scenario. You just need one law and someone to enforce it. So Executive Order 11905 was put into place by Gerald Ford. And then also Executive Order 12333 by Ronald Reagan. And they're both about assassinations. Then you fast forward to President Trump, Executive Order 13913 was put into place April the 8th, 2020. It amended a portion of Executive Order 12333 by Ronald Reagan. All right, so that ties those together, it links those together. Then you have to go look at that Executive Order 13913 and look at the sequence of it. It came immediately after Executive Order 13912, in which President Trump federalized 1 million reserve components to active duty. And then it was also in between Executive Order 13919, which is where President Trump directed a direct order, military direct order, the Secretary of Defense equal authority to federalize the National Guard to have to do the reserve components. All right. The only person who can federalize the reserve to active duty is the President of the United States. Federalize. All right, and you've seen all the way up to February 2024, President Trump was standing in Texas with the governor of Texas and adjutant general. All right, the first and only appearance that the adjutant general of Texas made is with the quote unquote former president. I don't think so. That was a rank structure. That was a command, chain of command, because the adjutant general reports to the governor, the state chief executive, unless the National Guard are federalized by Title 10. Well, that's Title 10, Sections 12302, 12304, and 12406, in which the president can federalize. And the state of Nebraska had sent their National Guard to Texas the week before, and the state of Arkansas sent theirs the next week. And President Trump standing there with the governor of Texas and the adjutant general of Texas, the commanding general of Texas, the commanding officer of all the armed forces of Texas. That was a rank structure. All right. So that shows you that that's your validity. That's your quote unquote proof. You shouldn't need a proof of law, but that's your proof if you're one of those. Where's the proof? You see it. You have to apply the principle here that these orders were put into place in 2020, and there this was February 2024. There's that law, and there's that visual. So it has nothing to do with, oh, that's 4 years old, X years old. It doesn't matter. It's a law, and we have an enforcer in place. We have the enforcer, and then the dash. So you take that executive order. Now go over and look at this court case. All right, the whole world is watching the evidence play right in front of them. It's the most beautiful sting operation you've ever seen in your life, because all the laws and orders put into place from 2017 to 2021 is a clean out of the legislative, and then there was a federal continuity directive put into place January the 15th, 2021, called the Reconstitution of the Executive Branch. All right, the executive branch is going through a clean out. Now you're watching a judicial clean out. This is all judicial. And what better person than to put through the judicial system than the most powerful man, the most popular man, the president of the United States, through the judicial system? Because if he can go through it then and clean it out, then it's going to be clean out for everybody, top to bottom, moving into the future. That's what you're witnessing with all these quote-unquote trials, all right? So that's why it's important to know the laws and the orders and how they function and operate. And that's why this one court case is very, very important, because the whole world freaked out, whatever you did on July the 13th, right, when the quote-unquote assassination took place. All of us veterans and special operations, we've already told you it's operational security, it's theater. You could tell that day it's a replay of a plot that would have been a real plot way back here. It's a replay of that. This is a sting operation that's setting up something, right? There's a plot back here that's so on trial. Because when you go read this case and what it's saying, then it means that there's something in place that would have happened like this. And then here's the verbiage that matches that. And somewhere along the way, whenever they decide to give it to the public, they're going to tell you what that is and who that was. All right, so July 13th and then also September the 16th at the golf course. So do the date. Now flip back to March 19, 2024. President Trump filed a case with the United States Supreme Court. And what's in there? Executive Order 12333, right? And then it talks about military law, and it talks about assassinations. So President Trump files a court case with the United States Supreme Court long before these quote-unquote assassinations, but not too long before, just right before. So those are your nuggets right there. All right. Now, in order to understand the rest of it and how it goes together, you got to find my pages. The best place is Linktree, linktr.ee/1776 Nation. And that brings up all of my pages. I have a #1 best-selling book on Amazon, but you can also get it through me. I sign all the copies through me. It's The Midnight Rider Rides Again, which explains all of the dash in a chronological order of how the generals and also President Trump and world leaders and also our leaders pulled this off. So we'll see you guys soon.